What is going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and welcome back to my mobile gaming quest, where today we are playing Hooked Inc. Fisher Tycoon, which is a fishing simulation game, and a very relaxing one at that. So I've been enjoying playing this game, this idle fishing game, throughout this week, and I gotta say it's been a pretty great companion during some pretty boring work days, especially because it's not a clicker game, even though it is an idle game. So what that means is that instead of tapping the screen, we swipe the screen in true Fruit Ninja style, by the way, to catch fish, which then earns us gold, and we can spend that on upgrading our boat, which also increases the amount of fish that we catch automatically, by the way, so that's the idle part of the game. Or we can spend that gold on getting out into deeper waters, which allows us to catch better fish much faster. Now, as with any idle game, we will of course eventually want to reset our progress to get a huge boost in efficiency that will then allow us to get even further the next time around. But before we do that, let's first go have a look at the upgrades here. We've upgraded pretty much everything for our boat. We only need to upgrade better bait and fish sorting. And that last one is really interesting because that adds 250% increase in the fish values. Let's do that a couple of times, as many times as we can. And now we've spent all our gold. There's really nothing left to do. We can open the shipment here to get 600 million extra gold. But really, oh, and we got another one there, actually. Let's open that one as well. But really, there's nothing left to do now at this point. We kind of just have to go in here and reset our progress. Now, doing that is going to add 106 fishing XP, but we are going to land all the way back in the very first waters again with our level 1 beginner boat. And look at this, we have a lot of gold already, so let's start spending that on upgrading our boat. We're getting a huge boost here, as I said, because we've now reset a few times, and so things are really starting to speed up. Things are going much faster now, you know, than when you first got into the game in the very beginning. So now let's go to deeper waters straight ahead, and I think we can do that twice, actually. No, we don't have just enough. We need 500,000 gold to continue. Look at that, though. Look at this. This is one of the big fish. Let's hope we can catch it. Come on, swipe faster. Swipe faster, NimbleThor. Can we do it? Oh, it's so close, though. No. Oh, we did catch it. Look at that. And I think that might actually be a new fish we haven't caught before. Or no, okay, we have caught it before, because if we hadn't, we would have gotten some sort of achievement for catching this fish. But that's pretty nice. So some of these special fishes that we just caught one of do spawn every now and again, and they're really difficult to catch, so you gotta be sure to upgrade your boat as much as possible so you have the best chance of actually catching those. But let's move on to the silver pond, and then to the red waters when we have 200 million gold. Now another, oh, I caught another package. Look at this. It's gonna give us 2.1 million gold. That is pretty nice at this point. And we got a chest as well that we could choose to watch an advertisement to open. I'm not gonna do that now, but you can choose to do that. And that's gonna give you some free premium currency. Now what you can use the premium currency for is to go in here and buy these item boxes. And items is another speed boost that we haven't talked about yet, but they can be found over here. And so for example, this one here, let's have a look at the Swift Line Pro. It adds 50% faster idle fishing on the boat, which is of course very beneficial when we're not playing the game. We're still gonna be catching fish and progressing slowly throughout the game. We can also choose to upgrade this other item, for example, the mini bobber, which adds 50% income while away as well. And you guys can see there are many more items that we can eventually get, and we can upgrade them if we get enough of them. So that's why you need some of that premium currency. You can also buy it, obviously, for real-life money through in-app purchases, but overall, the monetization is very relaxed. If you're willing to watch a few advertisements every now and again, you do get a pretty decent amount of premium currency for absolutely free. And apart from that, we do actually also get items for free. Have a look at this, for example. We picked up a basic box here. It's gonna open in 14 minutes automatically. And then from that one, we're gonna get some items without having spent any premium currency on the game. Now, you do wanna watch some of those incentivized video advertisements every now and again, though, because when you do that, you gain fishing experience points. You also get fishing experience points when you reset, of course, but you also get it by watching video advertisements. And with those points, eventually you level up. And when you level up, you get another perk point. And with those perk points, we're getting there, you can upgrade, for example, 100% increased fish value, which is obviously going to make a huge difference. You can also add a 20% increased fish value bonus when playing, or this one over here, 20% income while away. So I want to upgrade that once. And then what does that unlock? HR Manager, 25% increase in fish value from boat catches. Or what about this one here? 100% increase in fish value. I'm going to upgrade that once more. And you know what? I'm actually going to upgrade that again. And now we have used all of our perks already. Look at that huge swarm of fish up there, though. That was nice. So we have 28 million already. So I think it's time to buy a new boat. And probably, can we move on to new waters? Oh, we can't yet. We need 200 million. But definitely there are lots of upgrades waiting for us here. The right pull, let's upgrade that fully. better hooks as well. We actually don't have to go in here. We can just click down here, and as you guys can see, it's gonna pick automatically an upgrade for us. Look at that. We've now got pretty much everything upgraded for our boat. We do need some of these really expensive ones, but those are going to take some time to save up for. So let's open more of these boxes. At this point, we can choose to watch an advertisement, for example, to spin this wheel, and that's going to give us either a jackpot, which is pretty nice, we're going to get free premium currency, or it's going to provide us, for example, a 2 or 3 times coin doubler for the fish that we catch, and that will last for probably 1 or 2, maybe 3 hours or so. So that's it for the game. At this point, I would probably close down the game. I would maybe leave it by my side as I start working or watching a series or something like that. You guys know idle games. They are typically very enjoyable while you're doing other things as well, because they are somewhat AFK games. There is an incentive to be active in the game, because if you're not active, you're not gonna be able to catch the packages, for example. And they do provide us, after all, with a very decent amount of gold for absolutely free. So you want to play the game actively as often as possible. But for me personally, the biggest appeal is in trying to get all the way up here. Look at this. We can get up here nearly to the skies. I don't know what that last area will be called, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I really do want to reach those waters eventually. So that's what keeps me playing the game. The atmosphere is really nice as well. The art style is simple and clean, very clean. The music is very relaxing as well. And overall, it's just a great idle indie game experience. So what do you guys think about it though? Let me know in the comment section down below. If I forgot to mention it before, by the way, there are no forced advertisements whatsoever in this game, which is another thing I really appreciate. But with that said, let me know what you think about it. And now it's time for the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that a new Pokemon mobile game has finally been announced. We don't know a whole lot about the game yet, but it has been made in partnership between the Pokemon Company and the mobile game developer DeNA, D-E-N-A. It should release sometime between now and March 2020 as well, so the wait won't be all that long. And yes, I'm looking at you, Durango Wildlands. But here's where it gets interesting, because Nintendo recently said that they don't want to charge players too much money as it might damage their brand. But at the same time, both Nintendo and DeNA seem to be hoping to make a lot of money off of this new Pokemon game. And so what they've said is that they have some smart techniques. That was their literal words. They have some smart techniques to accomplish that. Somehow, I think they're trying to reinvent mobile game monetization. Maybe they're gonna go for subscriptions, which is not exactly reinventing everything. But if this subscription was the main way of monetizing, that would be somewhat unique on mobile. I guess time will tell. I'm excited, as always, for a new Pokemon game, and I'm sure that you guys are as well, so stay tuned for more news about that game. And until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.